And a fake to Singletary and swing it over to Gilliam, and that is well defended right.
And you'll miss that throw once in a while, but consistently you're going to be in phase.
Oh, McKenzie didn't see it coming, and the ball squirts ahead, and it's recovered by Kansas City.
See Hardman in motion here, Jim. Last week he really got back into the offense, running from that number 3 position, going downfield.
2nd and 10, and he's got Hardman. Mahomes in a jam, takes off, slides for the first down at the 8. 3 for 7, one of them a 2-point conversion, contained. Not so far today. 3rd and 9. Stepping back, stepping away from the opponent, and it's knocked out of the hands of McKenzie. Justin Reed.
They're 52% on 3rd and long, which is like unheard of.
Kelsey's not in for this play. Mahomes is dancing around. Now finds an open man. It's Smith-Schuster bouncing off the hit, and here he goes to the end zone for the touchdown.
Smith-Schuster getting a little yoga session, move guy in, but that was incredible. Mahomes does most of the heavy lifting. Well, how are you going to defend this long? I mean, think about this. It's cover 2, and it's zone areas. But when the quarterback moves around, you got to start to plaster and get by people. But that's more on the front than anything.
Here's Allen. Ball tip, ball's incomplete. 3rd and goal on the way. They run a play before the 2-minute warning. Clock was running.
That's a good play call.
Pacheco, look at him run over Hamlin. This is what Mahomes was telling us a couple weeks ago. He runs with such force. Just in time. He's going to keep it. Oh, he barely got out of there as Nick Bolton came up and saw that one coming.
These are the 2 teams where I'm always like, 12 seconds, plenty of time. Yeah. No other team do you think there's plenty of time. It's just incredible what these guys can do.
McKinnon able to step out at the 48. Got 5 seconds to go. This is from 62 into a pretty good win, right into it. Butker drills it. Is it long enough? It is! From 62 yards.
Is it important to have him back? Wow, I tell you right there, he's a game changer. It's not real. You think games are over, halves are over, and yet you're on your heels. The number 1 offense over here on the right against the number 1 defense at 3rd, because that's the adjustments that both of these teams make.
3rd and 9 pass. What a pass it is. Sky Moore has it. The rookie able to make the catch. Hank Stram and Andy Reid, and now the Bills for snap of the 2nd half. It's a gift to Singletary, who's pushed back. And quickly, let's bring in Gene Steratore. Fake to Edwards-Helaire. In stride, it's Smith-Schuster. Breaking tackles again. All the way to the 17-yard line. He broke away from Damar Hamlin.
Run motion a ton, create issues. And at the end of it, they do it again, and then they go right in the middle or to the sideline.
He's looking down the middle, looking for other options. Oliver comes in. Oh, and he gets it away for the touchdown. Got it away, had enough time to find Hardman for the Kansas City score.
Outstanding job by Hardman to continue to find a soft spot. He's looking. He moves 3 Hamlin with his eyes, and then fires the ball in there.
And Mahomes has the time he needs. And he finds Kelsey. He was right there with Cam Lewis on the coverage, who had just been inserted into the game. And it's a pickup of 20. And that just a chip shot. A little late on that.
You didn't say chip shot on this one. Is he going to send them? No.
Allen. Oh, he got taken down by Chris Jones. Allen's complaining he was tripped. Allen's trying to make an appeal that he was tripped.